All right, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, looks like my audio is good. Looks like we're live. Frame rate is decent. Bit rate, rather, is decent. I think we're ready to get this thing kicked off. Let me pull up one thing on my phone and then we can get started. All right, testing. All right. Welcome everybody. My name is Andrew, and this is Rocket Future. We are live from Boca Chica Beach, right outside of Boca Chica Beach, along Highway 4 here, right next to the Starbase launch complex, which you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. As the stream's starting up here, I'm just monitoring on my phone to make sure everything's looking good. So don't mind me kind of focusing on that for a few minutes here just while everything is starting up. But welcome in everybody, welcome in Kissaman, welcome in Flaming Grasshoppers. Good to see you, or we'll see you tomorrow probably. Gabor, good to see you. T. Evans and T. Thomas is here. Thomas is afternoon, howdy y'all. There's an echo. I know why that might be. Hold on, let me check. Checking on echo. All right, that should fix the echo. Let me know if that fixed the echo. We should be good. Space Junkie is here. Welcome. Good to see y'all. I'm going to allow people to come in over the next few minutes here, and then we're going to get started. And I'm going to let you know what the newest news is down here at Starbase. As I'm sure you've heard, there's some breaking news here, which is good news. I just want to give everybody a few moments to join in. But I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is looking forward to this next launch attempt. It's getting real here. Let me step maybe another couple steps here forward. I have a couple new pieces of technology in the loop that I have tested, but I'm still just want to make sure everything is good. While we're this is kind of a test stream for tomorrow, which is great. But as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, you see the Starship vehicle. I have it panned down a little bit right now just because the sun is literally right at the top of the ship, right at the top of the tower. So I want to make sure I don't burn out my camera sensor here a day before launch, so it'd be terrible. So I'm just giving it a few minutes. But as you can see, a full stack is there. And we're getting close to a launch here. I think I've allowed enough time for people to start tuning in. So I think I can bring you the news on the FAA statement now. So I'm sure you have all heard by now. The FAA has granted the modification for the launch license for Starship and Flight 3. So basically, there's a piece of the launch license that basically for IFT2 or OFT2, it says that the license is only good for that launch. So that has been modified to remove that, and basically this launch is likely only good. This license is likely only good for launch 3. If it goes really well, though, who knows? Maybe we'll start to see some launch licenses that are good for additional launches. But the important part is that SpaceX now officially has everything they need to get the launch off tomorrow morning. So the only other concerns between now and then are if there's any technical issues, they have to work on the vehicle, and if there's any weather issues for tomorrow morning. So far, the weather is looking it looks okay. It doesn't look great. It definitely could be worse as well, though. At the moment, I'm not overly concerned about launch weather criteria. If there's going to be something that might violate the criteria, I would guess it might be upper level winds tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll be keeping an eye on like wind shear and stuff like that, but we'll just have to keep an eye on. But yeah, so FAA statement on SpaceX Starship OFT3 license modification approval, March 13th. I'll read you through some of this here. The FAA is authorizing the SpaceX Starship Super Heavy Orbital Flight Test 3 launch. The FAA determined SpaceX met all safety, environmental, policy, and financial responsibility requirements. As part of the license modification evaluation, the FAA prepared a tiered environmental assessment for SpaceX Starship Indian Ocean landings and issued a finding of no significant impact or record of decision. The license applies to all phases of the proposed OFT-3 operation. This includes pre-flight preparations and liftoff from Texas, the water landing of the Super Heavy booster in the Gulf of Mexico, and the water landing in the Starship vehicle in the Indian Ocean. So this is all great news. Everything is a go as far as the FAA is concerned for tomorrow. So the window opens at 7 a.m. Central Time. 7 a.m. That is 38 minutes, 35 or 38 minutes before sunrise. So we could get a unique launch here if they're able to launch right at the beginning of the window. We might get a fairly dark launch, which is really, really cool. You might remember IFT-1 and IFT-2. Specifically IFT-2, launch happened just shortly after sunrise, but we had a fully bright lit sky. So it really wasn't a, sorry for the other camera here. One second, let me fix that. All right, let me write that. Actually, I'm going to write a note down on that right now. Stand by. It looks like there's a power saving setting on this camera. Power saving setting, commentary, camera. I'll add that to my list of things to do tonight to shut that off. Great. Jimatech is here. Welcome, Jimatech. I'm excited to see what kind of audio we can get for you tomorrow. Lord Silva is here. Good to see you. And now it looks like the other camera shut off. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I got it. Give me a couple seconds here, folks. Like I said, I just set up the bare minimum to get everything started and to get the stream going. So I need to plug the power into this camera. So just give me a couple minutes here, and I'll get that settled. Hi, how's it going? Rocket Ranch is awesome, but you do need tickets and stuff, and I think it might be too late probably to get them. I signed up. Yeah. So, but that's probably like the closest you can get. Really? Yep. Better than the park? As far as proximity, probably. Yeah. I like being kind of with the bigger crowd personally at the park. Okay. But technically you're closer at Rocket Ranch. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. All right. I think we're good now. Let me just check everything. All right, we're looking good. So I will take a moment here in a few seconds to show you the full stack. Again, I just wanted to wait a couple minutes for the sun to kind of shift away from the top of the tower so I don't burn the sensor out on my camera. So yeah, so we got power to the camera now. This one we need to fiddle with the the settings to make sure that there's no power saver mode on. But I got that written down in my notes tomorrow. But yeah, everything I'm pretty much prepared. We got everything working right here as it will work at Isla Blanca Park for the launch day stream tomorrow. So this is a good sign that everything is running, and now that I get power over that other camera, we should be good there. So what's the plan for tomorrow? So I'm just thinking about timing. So Isablanca Park opens at 3 a.m. So I probably won't get to my parking spot until, 3 or so. And then it'll take a little bit to kind of get situated and to get set up. So I will try to go live by 4 a.m. Central Time. That may shift slightly to the left or right. Most likely it'll get shifted a little later, just to make sure that I have everything set up, everything's plugged in, everything's got power, and there's a couple other things I need to configure to make sure that everything is set for stream day. So we'll probably go live around 4 a.m. Central Time. Plan is very similar to IFT 1 and 2. Not only are we going to have nice live views of the rocket, as long as we don't get completely fogged out, excuse me, we're also going to have, we're going to talk to the crowd, we're going to bring in people to interview and ask what they think about the launch. If we're lucky, we'll get somebody's interview before a launch and then after the launch, as long as everything goes off tomorrow. And yeah, we'll have cameras that you can see crowd reactions and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you tune in to many different channels tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to all your favorite channels to make sure you get different perspectives from everybody. Everybody's going to have a little bit different of a view, and especially a little different of a commentary. I think that we have a unique situation where we get to bring in people from the crowd and talk to them to make what they're thinking of everything as well, which is really cool. So I hope you all tune in for that. Again, 4 a.m. Is our goal for tomorrow Central Time. 5 Eastern. So we're just going to hang out and enjoy the countdown and hopefully see a beautiful launch tomorrow. And like I said, we just have our fingers crossed, hoping for not too much fog or too low of a cloud cover. But time will tell with that. So let me check in with the chat here, see how everybody's doing. Stephanie B is here. Good to see you, Stephanie. So still a lot to do today. We're going to keep this stream pretty short. I will bring you with some full screen views of the full stack here in probably just about 1 or 2 minutes when I wrap up the updates. So I don't want to hang out here too long. I have to get back and get some things finished up, prepared for tomorrow. We might have to stop at a gathering later as well, pre-launch gathering. So I want to make sure I make an appearance if that happens. And then we... I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get any sleep this time. Usually we don't, so we'll have to see. But in the meantime, let me bring you over to a full screen view of the rocket here. Let me just wait for some of these trucks to drive by. A lot of people down here right now taking in the views here of Starship before launch tomorrow. Really cool to see everybody out here. So let me bring you in full screen. As you can see, the sun is still right up there. I just want to be really careful about the sensor here, so we're not going to spend too much time looking at that. I do not want to be facing the camera right into the sun like that. So that's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We have proof that the... Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Proof that we got full stack ready to go for tomorrow. So there you go. There's a full shot of it. Eric Soder is here saying, think I'll catch the replays. Don't think I'll be getting up at 5 a.m. Don't blame me at all there. There'll be plenty of replays. The full stream, of course, will be able to be watched back on our channel, but hopefully within the first 24 hours or so after launch, we'll do some sort of short highlight reel as well. We'll see how much sleep we can get and when we can get that out. But I'll do my best to get that out. Space Junkie says, exciting time. Seems like the launch happens all of a sudden. There's a square around your head every now and then. It must be your camera face recognition. Interesting indeed. Huh. All right, let me write that down too. Camera face recognition, display, disable. All right, I'll check on that as well. I got those two things in my notes. While I have my notes open, let me just take a couple more down. Set scenes for launch day. Charge everything. SD card. All right, that should be it. Not a lot on our list, but we just have to get it done. Aiden C says, what time is the evac? That's a great question. I don't know if we actually got the exact time that the residents of Boca Chica Village have been told to evacuate. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm sure it's plenty in advance of the launch window opening. Road closure. I think road closure starts at what, midnight? So we'll talk about all of the timelines tomorrow on stream as well, what time fueling will start, and all that. Ben says, what time should I wake up? You specifically, probably, I don't know, 4? Can you be up that early? No. Oh, it's Eastern. I don't know, 5? I will probably be pulling an all-nighter, but I'm going to try not to, but I probably will be. I might get some rest in the Jeep again or something. So, Ben, you should see presets at the bottom of that application that you're using. At the bottom left, you should be able to see that there's different presets to use. We want to set one new preset. We can walk through this or something, but we want to set one new preset to be like basically fully zoomed out and panned up a little bit. That way, as soon as the rocket clears the pad and gets out of the view of the zoomed in scene, that we can just hit a preset and it'll just go fully zoomed out. Eric says, do we have a percentage for launch yet? I don't know if there's been a weather advisory saying what the percent go for launch is yet. I have not seen one. But yeah, let me know if you at least see the presets in there, and then we can work out how to set a new one. Detroit Mission Control is in the house. Good to see you, Detroit. Welcome in, welcome in. Anybody just joining, we went through the rundown of what tomorrow is going to look like, and obviously the announcement that the FAA did release the launch license. So everything is go for weather, launch tomorrow. We're just hoping on weather at this point. We're just watching the weather. And, of course, as always, just seeing if there's any technical issues that SpaceX run into. But this is not an instantaneous launch window. They do have time to work any of those issues that they may or may not run into. So we will just have to see whether or not they hit that 7 a.m. Beginning of the launch window, or if they have any holds or anything. But if it does launch at 7 a.m., like I said, sunrise isn't until, 7:35 or 7:38. So it's going to be fairly dark, which I think is going to be really cool. Really, really cool. So I saw that you were using the light version. There is a non-light version as well. I don't know what the issue that you're having is, but I wonder if it would be solved via the non-light version. $5:36 right now. I think we're probably going to only run for another 10 minutes or so here. I just wanted to give everybody the rundown. I wanted to get some footage of the ship before launch. Does anybody have any questions about the schedule for tomorrow? Any questions about launch in general? Let me know. MC portfolio is here. MC, the launch is currently scheduled for 7 a.m. Central Time at the earliest. That's the opening of the launch window. So 7 a.m. Central Time is the earliest they can launch tomorrow. Detroit Mission Control says, I hope it launches on time. I have a 10:30 doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I have a feeling that it'll launch on time or shortly after the beginning of the window. They've been pretty good about it so far in the first two. I know the sample size is small, but thank you for the super chat, Ben. Appreciate that. No, you don't need to get up at 4. You can get up at 5. Eric says, happy 313 day, DMC. Aiden C says, how is the weather for launch? TBD. There's a few concerns about the weather. Specifically, I think people are looking at upper level winds. And also just viewing conditions. We're a little bit concerned about fog and lower cloud layers, but nothing super concerning yet. We're going to hold tight and see what it looks like tomorrow, but yeah, nothing super concerning. But it doesn't look amazing, but welcome, Tony. Good to see you. Welcome in. We just ran everybody through kind of the countdown, the timeline for tomorrow and what to expect, and the weather and the FAA license and all that stuff. So we're going to wrap up here shortly and just make sure we give ourselves plenty of time to do what we need to do tonight so we're prepared for tomorrow. A couple changes I got to make to one of the cameras. Voice is ratty, huh? Is that just because I'm tired? Or is there a microphone issue? Is it extra crazy down there with being spring break? Yep, it's pretty wild, actually. Some interference, perhaps. Interesting. I'll have to listen to this back. Eric says, how far are you from the rocket now? I don't know, 300, 400 yards. Yeah, 250 to 500 yards, I'd say, but it's probably closer to 300, 400. Mic issue, huh? What exactly is it doing? What exactly does it sound like? We're going to wrap things up here in about 5 minutes. Make sure we give ourselves plenty of time, like I said, for tomorrow and tonight to get everything ready. Detroit Mission Control says, I was considering hopping in my car and driving down there, but figured it would be difficult to find a reasonably priced place for Rocket and I to stay. Yeah. Things are pretty crazy with spring break right now. Very fast cut in and out. Huh. Let me see if there is a noise gate or something on. Detroit Mission Control says hopefully IFT4 will be in a few months from now. I think if everything goes really well with this launch, I think that will happen. I think we'll see that pretty soon. Hey, I'm gonna turn my microphone volume down a little bit, so you might need to turn your TV or whatever up. Um, Let me know if this fixes the problem. I'm gonna turn my mic down. Let me know if this is any better. All right, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I have now turned the mic down just a little bit. Let me know if you're still having that issue, or if it sounds better after making that adjustment. Tony says the word I'm trying to find is choppy. Okay, got it. Got it. No change, says Thomas. Huh, how bad is it? I think I might know what it is. Let me try something here. I'm just gonna put something out there and say that it's 7. What time is it now? Yeah, it's 7. I'm gonna leave here in a minute. At 7, people are just gathering to hang out and drink beer. Who wants to show up? Probably just like low key. I don't think people will show up, but
Okay.
that's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to do the fire this evening.
Okay, great. I was worried. All right, my mic is now live again. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I just switched the USB ports on my mic. Let me know if this is any better. I had my mic receiver going through a USB hub, and I'm wondering if there was some interference related to that. Let me know if this sounds any better. Okay, I need to send a text message. Tony says yes and no. So hypothetically, say that it's an issue that cannot be resolved between now and tomorrow. Is it like a deal breaker? Is it so bad that it's gonna, ruin somebody's watching experience? Or is it something that we can move forward with for today and tomorrow, and then resolve later down the line? I do have a backup microphone that we can use tomorrow if we need to. It's like you're too close to the mic. The P sounds interesting. I have a pop filter and on everything. No, it's not. Okay, got it. Got it. I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you. It's fine. Okay, cool. So we'll roll with it for tomorrow, and then we'll try to figure out exactly what the cause of that is, and then we'll solve that for the future. Oh, this is new. I've never seen a sheriff vehicle parked on the grass like this. Check this out, guys. Sorry, exposure's really hard out here right now because of the way the sun is and the lighting conditions and everything is just making it tough. Are you going to be at the hotel? I'm going to be at Isla Park. One of the mods, as if I have a billion mods. Ben just messaged me, said I should listen back to the mic and see how it sounds. Make sure it's okay for me. I'll do that for sure. Let me add that to my list right now. All right, I got that written down. Oh, we got some cloud cover now, so I can maybe show you a little bit better of a view. Oh, we got some light diffusion here. There you are, folks. There's the full stack that we should see launch tomorrow. Tony says the sound is now a whole lot better. Okay, very good. I'm glad. Jimatech says, Andrew, if there's any buffer option for your mic, try to increase USB. Think probably it will help. It's just an idea. I will check on that, Jimatech. I appreciate that feedback. All right, I am going to turn our commentary camera back on here, and I'm going to give you an outro. I know we got stuff to do tonight. All right. If you're just tuning in, my name is Andrew, and this is Rocket Future. Welcome in, as always. We are wrapping up stream here in a minute, but if you need a recap of what has happened here today, we talked about it all during our stream, specifically relating to the FAA launch license. We gave an update about the verbiage and everything about that, but we're good for launch tomorrow. We talked a little bit about the weather. We're just hanging out here down at Starbase with live views of Starship and in its full stack configuration, just ready for launch tomorrow. So feel free to rewind if you need to and see, dating myself there, and see if you need to check up on any of those updates if you're wondering what's going on down here. I also talked about our schedule for tomorrow. We're going to go live hopefully around 4 a.m. Central Time, 5 a.m. Eastern, depending on how long it takes us to get everything set up and configured, but we're going to be out there. But we're going to wrap up here in a second because we have a lot to do. So if you have any final questions, please feel free to put those in the chat now. Thanks, Ben, earlier for the super chat, and everybody watching and commenting. We appreciate your support very much. Going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. We're going to talk to the crowd. We're going to get crowd reactions. We're going to have some beautiful views of the Starship launch as long as the weather will allow us. And we're going to have a ton of fun. So I really hope you guys join us here tomorrow. I'm also working on the framing here of the commentary camera here too. I think this is actually pretty decent framing as it is now. What's the drone looking at, Andrew? That is one of the channels down here. They have some cameras and stuff set up. for tonight. And I don't know. I doubt they're going to leave it there for tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's all I got. So I'm going to give you just a couple more minutes here for any other questions you got. Cam position and angle is fine. I think we're good here, guys. Let's wrap it up. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. If there's any chance that I get in and set up early, then we'll start stream early and do a little pre-launch gathering. We'll hang out and talk about the timeline and everything. So I'm really looking forward to this tomorrow. I hope you all too. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy this thing. I'm really excited for it. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Hopefully get some rest. I don't know if I will. But until next time, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future, and peace out.